All right, so today what I'm going to make is seafood salad. So I got 2 pounds of shrimp boiling, and then I have a packet of that, it's fake crab meat, but it's Alaskan Pollock, and I like it a lot. And then I have a container of claw meat, crab claw meat, and I forgot, I wanted to get a container of lump crab meat, but I forgot, so it'll still be good this way. And there's lots of variations that I do with this, but this one is kind of my standard. Generally, when I make a seafood salad, this is kind of it. Sometimes I'll add something, sometimes subtract something, but generally speaking, this is my standard salad. So while these shrimp are gonna boil, and by the way, when you're boiling shrimp, watch them close, because it'll foam and make an absolute mess everywhere. I'm boiling them in the water that I thawed them in, and then I'm going to save that water, and after I peel the shrimp, I'm going to throw all the shells. I'm going to dump about half of the water out, throw the shells back in, and that way I can make a stock and freeze it, and you could use it for all different kinds of stuff. So while the shrimp are cooking, as soon as it comes to the boil, I'm going to shut it off and just let it sit for a little bit. I'm going to cut up some celery and a piece of onion. And generally, I don't use a lot of onion in seafood salad, but I'm also going to use this for another recipe, which I'm going to film, but it's going to be in a different video. It's going to be stuffed mushrooms. All right, so I chopped up some celery, got it in the bowl here. All right, so I peeled the shrimp. They boiled, and now I'm gonna make stock, and there is what that looks like. So I'm just gonna boil that down while I'm doing the rest of this. And I don't know if that's gonna make too much noise, but anyway, let me chop up this onion. The bulk of this onion is going to go for the stuffed mushrooms. I don't like a whole lot of onion in seafood salad because I think it's overwhelming. All right, so here's that couple pounds of shrimp. And I'm going to cut that up. Not real small, about half inch size pieces or so. All right, so there's the shrimp, onion, and celery so far. Here's that package of just basically fake crab meat. It's Alaskan Pollock. I mentioned it earlier, and I like it a lot. It's already cooked, but I like it. I like using this on like a salad. Just put it on top, a green leaf salad. It's good. All right, so that was 2 pounds of shrimp. Believe it or not, it turns into nothing. And then this is a pound of that pollock. All right, here is 8 ounces, I think. Yeah, half a pound of crab claw meat. And like I said earlier, I wanted to get a thing of lump, but I forgot. But this will still be good. This is, oh man. That's seriously good. All right, a little bit of salt. Not too much, because a lot of this stuff is already fairly salty. And then black pepper. And I don't have any fresh parsley, so dry will have to do, and it'll be good. And then some Old Bay seasoning, which is that. Use it up. I got a spare one right there. All right, gently mix it. And here's what it looks like before the mayonnaise. You could use sour cream as well, but in seafood salad, I don't like sour cream. I only like mayonnaise. And if it gets too pasty, I'll pull a little bit of the water out of that shrimp stock, because every time I make shrimp, I make stock. And I'll strain it off, put it in a quart container, let it cool in the freezer, because it's good to have. Now the mayo. And by the way, this is probably tomorrow's lunch, because this is always better the next day when it gets to sit in the refrigerator overnight. It's just always better. And there is that. It's going to be good. Let's give it a little taste. Over the top. That's good seafood salad. All right. So I got this little French bread here. You can get this from Walmart, and believe it or not, it's not too bad. I mean, it ain't the greatest in the world, but it's pretty good. And I think it's only like $1.50 or something. And there you go. Nice little sandwich. That is outstanding. Man, that's like one of my favorite things. Seafood salad. You can make other versions of this. You can, if it's expensive, but if you can catch lobster tails on sale, chop them up. Shrimp, that fake crab meat, that pollock, I like a lot. Claw meat, the lump crab meat. Just all sorts of things, and just run wild with it. But generally speaking, the basic version I just made here, it's good.